Hello friends, it's Preeti Sharma and I am making this video during online industrial training in July 2020 at Pure CCS. How's your today's day? I hope that it is brilliant and I also want to bless you to have a nice day. Now we are going to start our video. Today I will explain you about SLA. I hope that you will understand. I will explain it through a presentation. Now I welcomes you. After this video, you will be able to explain these topics, and these topics are what is SLA, history of SLA, motto of SLA, types of SLA, life cycle of SLA, components of SLA. And now we are going to start our video with the first topic, and that is what is SLA. SLA, its full form is Service Level Agreement, and it is a commitment between a service provider and a client. Particular aspects of the service quality, availability, responsibilities are agreed between the service provider and the service user. What is motto of SLA? Services should be provided to the customer as agreed in the contract. In the early 1980s, Japanese researcher Hideo Kodama first invented the modern layered approach to stereolithography by using ultraviolet light to cure photosensitive polymer. What are types of SLAs? There are three types of SLAs. First, customer-based SLA. Second, service-based SLA. Third, multiple or hierarchical SLA. Now we will talk about first point, that is customer based SLA. This type of agreement is used for individual customer and comprise all relevant services that a client may need. While leveraging only one contract, it contains details regarding the type and the quality of services that has been agreed upon. For example, telecommunication services include voice calls, messages, internet services, but that all exist under a single contract. Now we will talk about service-based SLA. This SLA is a contract that includes one identical type of services for all its customers. Because the services is limited to one unchanging standard, it is more straightforward and convenient for vendors. For example, using a service-based agreement regarding an IT help desk would mean that the same service is valid for all end users that sign the service-based SLA. Now it's turn to explain multiple-based SLA. This agreement is customized according to the need of the end user's company. It allows the user to integrate several conditions into the same system to create a more suitable services. It addresses contract at the following levels. First point, corporate level. Second, customer level. Third, service level. Now we will explain corporate level. What is this corporate level? This SLA does not require frequent updates since its issues are typically unchanging. It includes a comprehensive discussion of all the relevant aspects of the agreement and it's applicable to all customers in the end user organization. Now we will talk about customer level. This contract discusses all service issues that are associated with a specific group of customers. However, it does not take into consideration the type of user services. An example of this is when an organization requests that the security level in one of its departments is strengthened. In this situation, the entire company is secured by one security agency but requires that one of its customers in the company is more secure for certain reasons. Now it's time to explain service-based SLA. In this agreement, all except that are attributed to a particular service with a regard to customer group are included. Now we will have the component of SLA. The first component is type of services to be provided. It specifies the type of services and any additional details of the type of services to be provided. In the case of an IP network connectivity, type of service will be desired functions such as operation and maintenance of networking equipments. connection bandwidth to be provided, etc. The next point is service's desired performance level, especially its reliability and responsiveness. A reliable service will be one which suffers minimum disruption in a specific amount of time and is available at almost all times. A service with good responsiveness will perform the desired action promptly after the customer request for it. The next point is monitoring process and service level reporting. This component describes how the performance levels are supervised and monitored. This process involves gathering of different type of statistics, how frequently this statistic will be collected and how the statistics will be assessed by the customer. Next step is the step for reporting issue with the services. This component will specify the contact details to report about the problems and the order in which details about the issue have to be reported. The contract will also include a time range in which the problem will be looked upon and also till when the issue will be resolved. And the next component is response and issue resolution time frame. Response time frame is the time period by which the service provider will start the investigation of the issue. An issue resolution time frame is the time frame by which the current service issue will be resolved and fixed. The next component is depression for the service provider not meeting its commitment. If the provider is not able to meet the requirements as stated in SLA, then service provider will have to face consequences for the same time. These consequences may also include customer's right to terminate the contract or ask for refund for losses incurred by customer due to failure of service. Now we are going to discuss metrics commonly agreed to in these cases included. First, abandonment rate. Second, ASA यानी average speed to answer. थर्ड TSF यानी टाइम सर्विस फैक्टर. फोर्थ FCR यानी फर्स्ट कॉल रिजोल्यूशन. फिफ्थ TAT यानी टर्न अराउंड टाइम. सिक्स्थ TRT यानी टोटल रिजोल्यूशन टाइम. सेवंथ MTTR यानी मीन टाइम टू रिकवर. नाउ you can see this figure. From this figure we can understand the life cycle of SLA. So SLA is very important for cloud computing. A good SLA is important because it sets boundaries and expectations for the following aspects of the data centers: services provisioning, customer commitments. Clearly defined promises reduce the chances of disappointment a customer. And SLA drives internal processes by setting a clear, measurable standard of performance. So SLA is good for cloud computing. Thanks for watching the video. Have a nice day. If you have any problem, we will share our PDF with you.